Howdy everybody, TSS958 back here in Skyrim, and this time I'm going to do a little something different with you guys. We are going to do a little bit of a walkthrough. I'm going to start doing these walkthrough videos, and what better game to start with than Skyrim. So I'm going to do a little bit of a beginning walkthrough here for people that may have never played Skyrim and are just picking it up, or maybe for some of those long-term players that may not have realized some stuff, or may have forgotten about some stuff, and this might just be a little bit of a refresher for you. We're literally right here at the beginning, and I do believe it should be. Whoop, I got stuck. Whoop, there's a dragon. And there's fire. And there's a person that got barbecued, I'm guessing. So this is the very first part, literally just starting, like I said. Now, just a quick little info for everyone. You can't run and jump, so don't even try to. At least I've never been able to. So literally you can just walk off, or you can actually, walk up to the edge and then jump across. You're gonna wind up over in this, the top of what used to be the inn, I suppose. Coming up on our first, probably kind of big decision in the game, if you will. Not that it's going to impact too much more of the game after this, but there is a little bit of an impact based on who you go with in the very first town that you come to. You can either decide to side with the Imperials, or you can side with the Stormcloaks at this point in time. Like I said, not that it's going to have too much of an impact other than, the very first town that you come to. So with that dragon perched on top of there, we're going to start our journey off with the Imperials, but I am going to go through both of them, so we will be back here again.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was that really a dragon? To bring us of the end times?
So safely inside here with the Imperials in the castle. Now, one thing that Skyrim does very well is you're going to want to look for almost anything and everything. And I'm getting ahead of myself. My hands are still bound. There we go. So you can almost search everything and anything that you want. So definitely look around each room and see what you want to take, what is going to be important for you. And, like I said, check every chest and stuff like that. Now, Skyrim definitely does a good job of giving you a lot of directionals in the beginning of the game, which is awesome. But like there are some things that Skyrim does not tell you, like make sure you check all of the chests, all of the drawers and stuff like that. See if you can find stuff that you want. So I picked up a bunch of stuff from the different chests that are around the room. I have 2 iron swords. We're gonna put those on the left and right. I like dual wielding. We're going to get rid of our old rags, and we are going to put on the Imperial armor that I picked up. We got a helmet, we got boots, and we got a chest piece armor. So that's cool. So we're going to lay those down. We also picked up the key to Helgen, so we can come back here later if we want. Now, we're going to follow Hadvar, I believe his name is, down this hallway, and we'll see where he leads us. Not really a long journey, but we went down that hallway, and now we have Stormcloak soldiers that it looks like we're gonna run into. He said, let's, oh, there we go. See if we can reason with them. Hey, guys, listen, we just want to talk. Okay, not gonna talk. We are not talking. Apparently we don't want to talk. We're not talkers. So, like I said, Skyrim does a pretty good job of kind of leading you through it in the beginning, but there are a couple things that they don't tell you, and just some things that I'd like to point out for you guys, make things maybe a little bit more interesting. Oh! Jeez. And, maybe some stuff that you may not have considered before. Now, don't forget, you want to look at everything. Now, I am a dual wielder, so I'm not much for one of two-handed weapons. However, we do have other pieces of armor that we can look at here that may have not been available to us in the very first room. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at our apparel. Chest piece is 25, the boots are 7, and our helmet is 12. This person has 23 chest piece, boots are 6, that's one, doesn't really make a difference. They do have gloves though, which we did not have in the other room. So we're going to take those and we will put those on. Again, there's going to be other guys laying around here, see if they have anything that you want. If you want to take a look at like the war axe, which is one-handed, or this guy has a greatsword. So if you want to take a look at the greatsword, by all means you can do that as well. Now, with that being said, we can definitely continue on with this guy, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the Stormcloak side, and we're going to see what they have to offer. So we have made it safely inside again, but this time we are with the Stormcloaks. Now, we're going to get pretty much the same dialect line, little different, says stuff a little bit differently, but kind of, you know, the same way, says it just a little bit different. Now, again, make sure you're looting everything that you can in the room. It's definitely going to be helpful for you to find stuff that you think you might be able to use in the very beginning. So we're going to wait for him to get the binds off us this time before I try and start doing anything.
There you go.
Thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and we can pick up the war axe that we found earlier. We can get a chest piece, and this time we only get boots. Chest piece and boots, so we don't get a helmet this time. However, we are going to go ahead and we're going to trade out our rags, because we don't need those anymore, and we're going to put the boots on, and we're going to put the chest piece on as well. So this time, like I said, it's kind of the same thing, but just a little bit different. Instead of following that guy down the hallway, we are going to wait for him to unlock the doors. Well, guess we're not going that way.
Damn, no way to open this from our side.
Not going that way either, apparently.
Come on,
Oh. I hear Imperials coming. Oh, we didn't put on our axe. let me change that real quick. Just gonna throw that on. We're gonna need that. This time we're not even gonna try and reason with them. We're just gonna straight up fight them. I can do this! There we go. Oh, wait, where did... Okay. I got in the way of him. Okay, so they are down. Now we can put our weapon away.
Let's see here.
He's looking for something.
Here we are.
Oh, he found the key. Nice. So this time, if we look, we actually have the boots, which are 6, and the chest armor, which is 23. We can actually pick up some really good stuff from her. This goes up to 28. We can get a helmet. We can also get better boots, a lot better. We can get also much better gauntlets as well. And we can still get even better swords this time than the first ones that we got. This guy really doesn't have much on him. If you want to take the stuff to sell later on, by all means, that might be a good idea. Now, we can definitely follow him. He's definitely going to unlock the gate. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to venture down this hallway. And I will meet you on the other end. I took the short journey down that hallway. And look at where we wound up. We wound up in the room that we would start with if we sided with the Imperials. Now, we can still pick up everything that is going to be in this room. So definitely go back here and check things out. If there's anything that you think you would want from this room, definitely go ahead and pick it up. Probably going to be useful for you later on. Is there anything in here? Nothing except for the key to Helgen. We're going to take that because that's probably going to be useful later on if we ever want to come back and visit. Anything else in this room I wouldn't take, but maybe there's something of value for you in here. But then you're going to go ahead, you're going to go back, and we're going to follow that guy through that gate and down the other hallway. So we moved on, and we come to this small room here, and it looks like we're going to have another fight. Okay, that guy's down. Now your trusty leader here in the beginning is going to definitely be very helpful. They are pretty powerful, so they're going to help you through the whole thing. Shouldn't be too difficult. Now, again, you're going to make sure you grab everything that you want from this room that might be helpful for you later on down the road. Now, this is definitely optional to do. However, there are some pretty darn good things in this room that you probably want to check out. And you don't want to pass up, I will say that much. You got health potions, you got stamina potions, and if you want to, or choose to, go down the road of magic, there are some magica potions in this room as well. Once you're done looting the room, you're going to go ahead and we're going to follow our trusty guide onward. I missed a potion.
Troll's blood. It's a torture room. You can't hide.
So we're gonna come up on another fight. Definitely get used to the combat here in the beginning of the game. I will say that much. Oh, stab you in the back. Oh, hey, calm down. Just me. I'm on your side. I know I'm wearing Imperial armor, but you know, I'm on your side. You're gonna loot your corpses, see if they have anything you want. Daggers are smaller. You can pick up a mace from this guy. Or I think in this room you have another mace. Maces, they're all different types of weapons. They're kind of the same style. There's a shield if you want to do a sword and shield or a mace and shield. But definitely gives you plenty of opportunity to change it up and see what you like. You're gonna pick this up. Now, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend, in order to help level yourself up and level up other skills, picking this first cage. Kind of give you a little tutorial on how to do lock picking there. But I would definitely pick this. It's going to help you down the road. I would continue leveling up your skills, because just as a quick crash course, leveling up each individual skill will level up your overall skills. So definitely worth leveling those skills up, and lockpicking is definitely going to be helpful later on down the road. You got a spell book here. This guy has some mage armor, which is definitely going to help the magic users if you so choose to go down that path. I'm not a magic user, so I won't be using that. Also, these other cages are going to be able to be picked as well, with lockpicks and stuff like that. Now, if you have lockpicks left, I highly recommend doing it. You know, like I said, try and level yourself up overall. It's going to help you down the road. Then the same thing down this corridor. There will be other picks that you can try and unlock as well if you have the picks left. Again, it's just going to help you, so I recommend doing it. And then you're going to follow your trusty guide onward.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives. I'm not waiting to be killed by a dragon.
Walking into another fight. There are going to be a lot more guys in this room. However, you have well, it depends on if you can save everybody from the torture room. You can have, I believe, up to 3 followers, including your guide. And they're going to be able to help you fight through these guys, and hopefully you don't wind up dying. Whoops. I think I just hit that guy. Alright, but you are also going to be able to get some new weaponry from these guys as well. Well, I think one of our helpers might have died. Yep. That one's down, and we got one left. Now, you know, depending on what you decide to go with, if you decide to stick with the swords, if you wanted to look at the mace, if you wanted to pick up any of those daggers, you know, it's definitely going to give you the chance to try and figure that stuff out. Now, the new weapon that you get from these guys is going to be the bow. And now, that's another one that I actually really do like in this game. I really enjoy using. And, you know, it's definitely going to give you some time, even past this, that you're going to be able to use that bow or try and use it. See how it feels for you. But make sure you pick up everything from the guys that, you know, you killed around the room. Isn't there a guy up here? Just to make sure you pick up those arrows, so you do have some ammunition for your bow. And then again, once you're done, continue onward with your trusty guide.
Let's see where this goes.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Ooh, that was the right lever. Good job. Now, don't be too quick here. You don't want to run too far ahead. You kind of want to, I mean, you don't have to, but you kind of want to wait for your guide. And there's a little bit of a secret that I don't know how many people realize it happens, but you can actually go back this way, and you can jump down here, and it will lead you down a secondary path that you can take that actually is going to wind up having another minor healing potion. You're going to be able to search the skeleton. I don't know what he'll have on him. It's probably some gold and a coin purse. You're going to want to take that as well. And everything can vary a little bit, but those 3 things should be there once you get there, and then you can continue on down the little path with your guide again. Again, you can always, even if you come down this way, if you're too quick, you can go back up that way. It's not like it restricts you. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a hint that that's actually there, and you can actually pick stuff up from there that will probably be helpful for, I don't know, short term or something like that, but it definitely will help. And then we're going to follow the guide down this corridor. You're going to come up upon a room full of spiders, but it's definitely another chance for you to try out your different weapons that you got, and just kind of get used to the combat. Whoops, that guy jumped and I missed him. And, you know, just figure out how you want to play the game in general. Oh, wow, he actually took quite a few of them out. Now, you can hit square, and it will, put a readied bow back in its quiver. So, if you want to save your arrows and stuff like that, you know, that's just a little bit of a trick for you. Now, the spiders don't have too much that I want from them. If you want to take their frostbite venom, though, that might be useful. You can sell it later. And, you know, you can also, it's a poison, so I believe you can actually equip this too. Like, you can put it on some of the weapons that you pick up, and it will actually do damage to your enemies the next hit and stuff like that. So that might be helpful later on as well. Once you're done looting, don't forget to loot. You can also loot the eggs from the spiders. They don't really have much unless you want to take it for an alchemy. The eggs that are in them, so you can always do that and then follow your guide onward.
Hold up! There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. And watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
So, as you said, there is a bear. We have reached this room with the bear in it, and he gives you a bow anyways. So if you didn't pick up the other one, you can always get this one, and you get a few arrows. I did not want to take whatever that was. I want to take the coin purse that is in that cart. Now, he did say there are a couple ways to go about doing this. You can either try using your bow, getting up your archery, take out the bear. You can try and sneak past, or you can try and use any of the weapons that you picked up along the way that you might want to try out. Now, I will warn you that bears are pretty formidable in the beginning of Skyrim, depending on what difficulty you start on. Usually the game starts you on automatic adept, I believe. So, yeah, there is definitely that. So definitely check what difficulty you're on and what difficulty you want to be on. Now, the other thing is I recommend you have a couple saves. I usually do 2 hard saves that I can always reload. Now, if you so choose and you want to try out some different weapons, you can always reload one of those saves that you hopefully have at the beginning of this room. And go back and, you know, reload and try a different weapon the next time and try doing it a different way. I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to sneak past this bear, and that, I believe, is going to put us out in Skyrim. So we have snuck past that bear. That looks like the way out. And we are going to find ourselves out in Skyrim. And here we are. Now, there's a couple things you can do from here on out. You can definitely go out and explore the world and see what Skyrim has to offer you. There is also going to be a little village that the path will actually lead you to, which will probably be kind of useful to go to. Just kind of a good starting place. He's going to recommend splitting up, but you can follow him there. But, you know, try and get to that village, it's going to have some beginner quests for you. It's also going to have some people that are going to be willing to help you out as well. So I recommend going there. It is actually a little place called Riverwood, as he just said, and you just discovered. So if we go ahead and we look at our map, it should actually be... Okay, so we got world map. So it's literally right there. That's where you want to go. And you're going to be able to talk to one of his family members who's going to help you out in your journey moving forward. So that's pretty much the beginning of Skyrim in a nutshell for you guys. Just kind of doing a little bit of a quick walkthrough there. Kind of showing you how I did it, how I go about doing it. This is not law. This is not the word. You don't have to do it this way, but maybe this will help you. Maybe this will help you make a decision as well, maybe going forward. Or maybe it's just a good refresher for you. But with that being said, just quick little recap. Make sure you're saving through the whole thing. You're definitely going to want to, well, you're not definitely going to want to, but you may possibly want to reload one of those saves and see about doing something different. Do it a different way and see how you enjoy it better or what works better for you. Also, you know, make sure you're getting to know the weaponry and what you actually want to use. You can always switch at any point you want, but, you know, it might be easier to try and start with one in the very beginning and then move on from there. Now, the last thing that I don't even know if I did is definitely make sure you know what save or what difficulty you are on, because the game should start you on Adept. Now, I was actually up one because I was working on a different character. We were playing an expert, which really wasn't that bad for me, but Adept is a very good place to start. If it's too hard for you, you can go down to Apprentice, or you can go down to Novice, or, you know, if Adept seems too easy for you, go up to Expert, go up to Master. If you really want, try Legendary. I definitely play with Legendary on my actual character that I play through the game with. That I have played through the game with. However, I have a couple characters that I'm doing a little different stuff with. So I had it on Expert, but again, I believe the game will start with Adept. But make sure you're checking your difficulty, what you want to be on. Make sure you're saving, and also make sure that, you know, you're getting used to the type of weapon that you actually really want to use, whether it be a shield and sword, shield and another one-handed weapon, it'd be a mace or an axe, or if you want to use a dagger, or if you want to use one of the two-handed weapons. You know, get used to it and, you know, find out what you want to do in the very beginning. Hopefully this helped you guys out or gave you a little bit of a refresher about some stuff. I guess until we get to the next Skyrim, how I did it, I'm going to start calling these the 958 way. You know, once we get to the next one, whether it be Skyrim or a different game, I'll be popping out a few of these. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.